Alright, so we're gonna take a little second to kind of talk about this build, my thoughts on it, and exactly like how I would recommend playing it. What is like, how we're gonna go. So first and foremost, the build is a hammer build, right? So there's reasoning behind this. This is something that people have done before on Magnus and Li Dailin, because they have the option to start with an item that can be used as material. For Li Dailin, it's chain, steel chain, because it's her nunchuck basic weapon. For Magnus, it is a hammer, right? We are able, notice that in this routing, hammer doesn't exist, and it's saying we need a hammer to finish the rest of the build. Well, we get it because we start with it. Now this means that we have to find our basic weapon later in the route. So we technically have no weapon until we get to docks. You'll notice that when I get to docks, I pick up a short rod and then I make my weapon and I equip that, and then I use the hammer to make my scrap metal. So that explains the routing, right? Because otherwise you might look at this and you'd be like, oh, this is an incomplete build, Motive's a dummy, it doesn't even make his chest piece, it doesn't even have a, you know, like, what is he doing? Well, this is how you get around that. So the routing is, of course, Archery, Hotel, Dock, Cemetery. Let me turn off the music, actually, while we go through this. As you're routing this, keep in mind you don't have a lot of inventory slots. You can hold on to one thing of food and one thing of stamina, and that's it. When you get to docks, if you have food and stamina, your inventory is going to be absolutely full. Until you pick up something to like help mitigate it. The items that help lower your inventory the most are batteries, bandages, and short rod. The first short rod fixes everything. Once you pick that up, your inventory starts to consolidate a lot more. You get rid of the nail, you get rid of your scrap metal, it consolidates just very well at that point. And then once you pick up the next battery, you basically don't have any inventory problems after that. When you get to Cemetery, there's a few things to keep in mind. You need a lot of leather for this, so I recommend killing chickens going into Cemetery. You'll notice it in the gameplay that I do, of course. And then if you're fast enough when you do this, you can fight for first tree. Now, there's, I think, a lot of situations where the people who are contesting for first tree will probably beat you. But I'm noticing a lot of games where Cemetery Tree is going completely uncontested, and there's of course some situations where you can beat the opponent. It is going to be difficult. I would say give it a few tries, figure out who you can beat and who you can't, and then, you know, from there figure out what items you might need. If you're getting to tree late, like let's say you're not even in Cemetery by the time night starts, don't bother unless it's obviously still there. You're just too late, right? You're doing something probably a little too slow and you need to pick things up from there, and you can try to base yourself off of my tempo in the videos to see like where you want to be. Why are we picking up tree? Well, that's very simple. This form of Magnus, being auto attack Bruiser Magnus, has not existed for a long time, and this is not viable in game, right? If you get to end game still one mallet, you're going to realize you do little to no damage and your opponents just don't have to respect you. So that's why we make MKB. The best and fastest way to make MKB is getting a Tree of Life early and then Meteorite. You can have MKB done on the first night. And it fits well into this build. This is still very strong at this point. And from here you can snowball this, right? Once you have MKB, if you did it fast enough, you can fight for Alpha to get Mithril. Once you've got Mithril, you can maybe make Mithril Helm. I'm still unsure of what I want to do with my Mithril. Mithril Helm is one option. You can also do Mithril Chest Piece, which I've been spitballing a little bit more, but I like having the HP. But I think Mithril Chest is best for late game, but for early game, not so much. So like Mithril Helm is an option, but of course it's not necessary. And then I wouldn't recommend Mithril Quiver. Mithril Quiver is really only good because it has an attack range passive. These don't stack because they're unique passives. So it's, in my opinion, a downgrade from normal Quiver. You don't have to go for Mithril though. So from there, you can fight for Omega. I don't think you really care for an extra 4 score, but it could be good. The best in slot categories, I think I would say, is VF Blood Mask for headpiece, right? I think this is really good in this build. For chest piece, it's probably mithril chest with all the rest of these items. For arm piece, I think it's radar. Radar is very hard to build, so I would never make this, but if you get it out of a chest or you kill someone who has radar or find a body, it's perfect. Pick it up and equip it. You can slam this every time. Accessory, Quiver is fine, but I think that Emerald Tablet is probably best. I would not use Emerald Tablet unless you already have radar. Like if you're just on like the normal arm piece and still an EOD suit, you probably shouldn't worry with Emerald Tablet. Maybe make bombs instead. But it's pretty good. So like this is where I would want to be end game, obviously, if I could have everything in the world I wanted. Obviously this isn't going to happen, but I would make these items pretty much every time if I could. Food, there's a lot of options in this route. When you're going from Archery Range Hotel to Docks, you can make choco pie boxes, which are pretty nice. I think this would be the easiest one to do. So you could just pick up a piece of chocolate while you're at Archery Range, make one choco pie, eat the other bread. If you get 2 choco pies, that's nice. And then when you get to Docks, all the boxes make your choco pie boxes. If you want something a little more consistent and you get like 2 eggs, you could do birthday cake, but that's gonna require you to like drop items and manage your inventory a little bit. But once your birthday cake's done, you know, it's pretty solid. You can make this as well. Stamina. Make whatever you can, dude. It's gonna be hard. Like, make a cocktail, make ice water, like literally anything you can whenever you can, and then don't worry about anything else. Like, your inventory's gonna be fucked if you're carrying more than just 2. Like, if you're carrying more than like cocktail and birthday cake, you're dead. Well, you're not dead, but like it's just gonna be way too hard to route. Oh, and I guess the second thing I should mention, when you're in Archery Range, do not grab the second bamboo. Whatever you do, ignore it. Walk straight by that shit. If you carry the second bamboo, then the inventory problems get even worse. You won't even be allowed to carry stamina. You'll only have that food and nothing else, and you'll get griefed. So yeah, keep that in mind. And when you're playing this build, I'm sure that you'll find decent success as long as you're playing with the right mindset. So skill order, we're going to max Q, and then we're going to max E. Level ultimate when you can, level passive after you're done with everything but W. W is the very final thing. You can literally just do this for W. Right? Shit. These last 4 levels are W. W is unimportant for this build. Do not use it for damage. And yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it for the guide. I hope you guys enjoy the build, and we'll catch you later. Hey guys, it's me, MOTFGames. I'm just here to remind y'all that if you're enjoying the content, drop a like and hit the subscribe button down below. Maybe leave us a comment knowing what kind of content you'd like to see going forward into the future. My editor does a really good job on these videos and works really hard, and any little bit of insight you can give us on what you'd like to see more is really helpful. Enjoy the video.
The experiment will now begin. Satellite radar activated.
Why is there a Yuki here? What Yuki starts here? Oh, it's Grief Dual Blades Yuki. I don't want this. That's alright, Alana. I don't blame you.
I'm finding items all day.
I didn't respect you. I should have made more distance, but instead I just kind of like walked along with you, figuring that I would have been fine, and I wasn't. I paid the price for it. It's not your fault, it's mine. Am I gonna miss shoes?
Those are too old school.
Okay, there we go.
I guess I can go in and crash for a little bit.
You don't know how Glock is yet? From what I've seen, I think it's pretty bad.
Let's see what's in here.
Compared to, shit.
That's better than nothing, I guess.
Like, when you compare it to the other weapons, it feels like it's just directly competing with them, you know? Like, it just feels worse than Magnum Boa, to me.
I'm finding items all day.
EB? Yeah.
Magnus is coming. Tremble before me. I
feel
bet I can fix one of these bad boys and take
like
it
I need
home.
to give up on the concept
Let's
of tree
see
for
what's
this.
in here. nothing, I guess. I'm finding items all day. There's something better? Nice. Let's roll with this.
Open the damn box.
I bet I can fix one of these bad boys and take it home. I'm finding items all day.
Okay. Just fought a Nicky? We're gonna drop this. You stalled my kit and did no damage. You gotta make sure you're not attacking into...
Okay, let's go. Try it.
I
wasn't even gonna kill you that time! You didn't have to suicide there, buddy. I literally was just gonna hit you and then walk off, I promise. You didn't have to do that, all that.
At least I won't be empty-handed.
A new area has been restricted.
Look, I hard griefed you the first time.
Subject has been terminated.
I'm not gonna do it again, I promise. I just got a ping.
Shall we go and try it out now? How dare they? Stupid animals. This looks great.
Looks like no one's there to take it, so.
This is more than enough.
Yeah, this is ideal situation, I guess. You know?
Let's see what's in here.
I'd fucking traumatized them, I guess.
Let's take some. How dare they? Stupid animals. This looks great.
Someone is repeatedly eliminating survivors. A subject has been terminated.
This looks great.
I feel like your ult does all the damage, but they can just Q out of it. That's why you have to use taunt to ensure that your ultimate cannot be avoided for more than just a few things.
God too would reject loud.
Let's head to Uptown. Because for some reason this is still up. MKB is because of the new arm? No, just routing is possible again. That wasn't before.
Okay, let's go. Try it.
I swap the radar when I get the chance.
Looks like I take beasts as a
There's a new tree available, so it's I can guarantee force core early, and there's a build that kind of supplements it. It feels like.
Save this misguided soul.
This'll hurt a little.
Where are you going?
Go away.
I'll show you the spirit of a real fighter.
Ooh, that looked kind of cute.
This will take hold.
Come on!
Things will take hold. Things will take hold.
Oh, I fucking got her past the dog, dude. That's nuts.
Have mercy.
What?
Go away.
That shouldn't have fucking hit me.
How dare they?
Damn. What the fuck is her build? It's a crit build. That's with a little bit of I don't know, man. But it's a build. She might be abusing the sudden impact that's on Meteor Claymore. All right, let's go to Alley. Fight for that force core now. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. Maybe I'll do Myth Helm.
Magnus is coming. Tremble before me. Hiding and waiting for
Someone's already there. I won't get it. They got a better TP because they weren't here before we TP'd, so. But they might be low by the time I get here, so they're not good at doing it.
Bound to become corpses. Okay, let's
Yo.
go. Right. Back up.
A subject has been Subject has been terminated. Someone is dominating Lumia Island. A subject has been terminated.
What's this strange smell? Incense?
Now what the fuck do I want to do with this?
It's the law of the jungle. Pillaging
Smith
and
Quiver a
scavenging.
consideration? I don't think so. It's less attack speed. I value my attack speed very much in this build. And I don't get attack range on it.
Try me.
Myth Helm, MKB? Or Myth Helm, Hermes?
If I wasn't in this situation, I wouldn't have taken this. I think this was a decent
I don't even know why I came here, to be honest. Myth Chest and Halo?
Away!
No, it's definitely not Halo.
What? Looks like I take
Myth Chest is debatable, but it's never Halo.
back.
I'm debating Hermes.
Whatever it is, I'll take it.
I think I definitely want Myth Helm, though. So I should just go for that right now.
A new area has been restricted.
But I wanted to fight for Wick as well, so I'm just gonna let them be. I don't care.
There better not be any punk hiding out in the grave.
The Adriana's more than likely gonna come here, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw up console. Because I don't want to get caught doing Wick with someone around like that.
Traffic cameras. I'm not a fan. This'll hurt a little. Away! Ah! How dare they? These stupid animals.
Okay. I don't think it's Myth Helm anymore. I think I want to do VF Blood Mask. I think the Mithril just goes to waste. Maybe it is Mithril Chest. Maybe it's the Force Core that goes to waste. You know?
What? Look like I take beasts as opponents. No one to cry for you after you're gone.
I know I saw someone above, by the way.
Man.
There they are.
This is more than enough.
Whistle fast.
Out of the way!
Warm up in silence.
A subject has been terminated.
I'll take on it.
Someone
Hey,
is
babe, welcome
dominating
home.
Lumia Island. 3 survivors remain.
Huh? No. But he's meowing at you. Pretty hard.
Hi.
I'm finding items all day. These idiots.
Cute little guy. Is there a way in practice tool to get rid of Shuriken charge cooldown? I don't think there is. No. So just like add multiple to your inventory and swap them as you need to.
No one to cry for you after you're gone. That's the life
Yeah.
of a man. How dare they? Stupid animals.
A new area has been restricted.
Now this is legendary.
Honestly, in this case, it might be tablet. Because I have feather boots still.
There's gonna be a nice item.
And I have radar, whereas I didn't in that one game. So let's just go grab her fucking
Better
tablet.
not be any punk hiding out in the grave.
I'm huge, dude.
These are like traffic cameras. I'm not a fan. I'm no cop. Okay, let's
Damn,
go.
you fast,
Try it.
huh?
The weak are
Hey,
bound
let's
to
talk.
become corpses. Where are you going?
Let's talk. I'll fight you head on.
These idiots. Where are you going?
You won't be able to get out of this.
This'll hurt a little.
Spread out.
The weak always die out in the end.
Come on. You
I just have to wait for him. Like,
Enjoying
Where are
the
you
show?
going?
Going well.
A subject has been terminated.
Body has all the
Someone is dominating Lumia Island. Only 2 survivors remain.
spread out.
Bring it on!
A subject has been
well, there we go.
We all knew this.
Legendary.
Nobody can stop this body speed.
Pretty solid. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Hey guys, it's me, MOTFGames. I'm just here to remind y'all that if you're enjoying the content, drop a like and hit the subscribe button down below. Maybe leave us a comment knowing what kind of content you'd like to see going forward into the future. My editor does a really good job on these videos and works really hard, and any little bit of insight you can give us on what you'd like to see more is really helpful.